Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Apologies for cutting the previous stream short. Those of you who were watching will know we had a few technical issues with cutscenes not triggering correctly. We had only done the first 20 minutes or so. Cutscenes weren't triggering correctly. I reloaded the save. The cutscenes that were triggering correctly then weren't triggering correctly. I went back to the dashboard, restarted the application, the cutscene started triggering again correctly. We hadn't got very far. The video had ended up about an hour of 20 minutes. Cutscene's not triggering correctly. Another 20 minutes. Cutscene's not triggering correctly, etc, etc. And I just felt that the video that was going to be uploaded afterwards would be a bit crap. It'd be an hour of crap, and then another hour of hopefully okay Shenmue. I'm a little OCD with these things. Obviously I know nothing's perfect. As the channel progresses, I'm aware that I'm probably going to have to learn that I can't keep restarting everything every time. But yeah, I just felt that the first stream was just an hour of shit. So here we go again. I'm a little OCD with these things. I like to get a nice 2-hour clean run video as issue free as possible. I think is the key word, and I just felt the last video or the last stream, that's not the way out, that's the cupboard. Yeah, I just felt the last stream was 20 minutes, cutscenes not triggering correctly, another 20 minutes of cutscenes not triggering correctly, give or take, followed by several, well I say several, followed by save reloads, application restart. So you would have ended up with an hour of just an hour of problems, followed by an hour of Shenmue. So let's crack on. Hopefully the cutscenes trigger correctly this time. Because after the restart on the last video, they did. So fingers crossed they stay that way.
This may come in handy.
Because I would like a nice, clean, issue-free, good quality, 2-hour long video, accompanied by me waffling. Absolute rubbish. Oh, that's Ine-san. We need to speak to Ine-san, don't we? There she is.
Ine-san?
Yes, what is it?
Well, about that day, have you remembered anything?
No, and I do not want to think about it. I get chills thinking about it even now.
Oh.
By the way, Fukuhara-san was looking for you.
Huh? Fuku-san is?
Fuku-san is. Let's go. I pronounce it Fuku-san. It's got a U on the end, but Ine-san pronounces it Fuku-san.
Today's allowance.
Or Rio pronounces it Fuku-san. Today's allowance, let's go. Fingers crossed that this cutscene triggers correctly. So, fingers crossed the next cutscene triggers correctly.
Ryo-san,
because it's safe to say it's definitely more enjoyable when the cutscenes trigger correctly and you're not looking at a black screen or a bleak texture.
What did you tell her?
I told her what you're doing. I told her everything I know.
You what?
I just couldn't help myself.
You ratted me out.
And Ine-san needed to know.
Fuku-san.
I'm really sorry.
It's okay. Fuku-san, do you know anything about the Phoenix Mirror?
The Phoenix Mirror?
My father may have had
His
it.
eyes.
No, I've never heard him say anything about a mirror.
Really?
His eyes just go into a dead stare. A lot of the time.
Let's go ask her. Rie-san?
Son talks very loud, doesn't he?
Loud mouth. Loud
I
mouth
just
Fuxan.
heard the two of you talking.
We were talking?
Yes,
I love the way he
I'm
says
sorry.
that. Like
It was rude of me
what?
to eavesdrop.
I don't remember we were talking.
Oh, it's okay.
No, it wasn't. But then, who could tell the son of Iwao Hazuki to stay out of trouble? I hate to say it, but I feel like I'm letting your father down.
I'm sorry for making you worry so much.
Ryo-san, I don't know if this will help or not. But there was one thing I recall.
The first 20 minutes or so of this
It
video,
wasn't that
I'll know where I'm
long
going
ago
because I've done this
Hazuki-sensei went to an antique
section in the
shop
previous
to have
video that
something
had
stored
issues.
for him.
My father did what?
I don't know what it was, but he said
So
it was
it shouldn't be
very
too long before we get
important.
back into the rest of the story. Back into territory that I'm, well, that I've played before, but probably not 100% familiar with. And bits that I definitely won't 100% remember. But if it looks like I'm running through this bit quickly, it's because I've just done it in a previous stream. As I said, it's only the first 20 minutes or so. Dobita. Ah, that was epic. That was. Let's run into a wall. Right, we need to go to the antique shop. Get the sword crest. Go back to the dojo. Use the key we found in the Hazuki residence to open the case. Take the sword out. Slot the sword in the wall. Slot the sword crest in the wall. And we should be back to where we were.
Excuse me? Oh,
It would seem they are triggering correctly.
That's a delightful sound, don't you agree? It was made especially for that butterfly woman. You know Madame Butterfly, don't you? You're Hazuki Sensei's... Oh my, that was a terrible thing. Your father... Ah, I was holding something at Sensei's request.
You were indeed.
Just where did I put it? Huh?
Holding the sword crest.
Oh, yes. It was very important.
How do I
So
know that?
I
Because
put
I've
it
just played this
here.
section in the previous video. Or in a previous stream. Although in the previous stream I didn't get to see
He'd
it
asked
first
me
time.
to polish and look after it for him.
Because this cutscene failed to load correctly.
for my father?
All I had was a black
It's
screen
given
and
to the
text.
Hazuki heirs once they turn 18. I gather this antique
That's
has been
fitting,
passed
once they
down
turn
from
18.
generation to generation.
It'll be 18 years next year when number 3 gets released after 2. Sword handguard.
Father.
If there's anything I can do for you, please let me know. Hazuki Sensei was always there for me when I needed him.
Was there anything else that he asked you to hold for him?
Anything else?
Like a mirror, called the Phoenix Mirror.
No,
A phoenix mirror.
that's back at the Hazuki residence.
Sorry, I don't know of any mirror.
Well, that's okay. Thank you very much.
Alright, we need to go back to the Hazuki residence. And on the way, hopefully the other cutscene that didn't trigger correctly, triggers correctly. I'm sure there'll be a patch incoming for these issues. And the sound effect issues, as I've said multiple times. Here we go. Will it work? Yes, it will. Absolutely everything, Johnny. I've got a backlog as...
You're working with Landy?
That's, I don't know, out of control.
If I was...
You name it, I've probably got it.
Why, you...
Wow, that was a good start. That was actually a good start. Cheers for the sub. Yeah, as I said, I do try my best, you know. As I said, there's nothing worse than shit audio quality and shit video quality. As I said, I'm a little OCD with things, so that's why when things go kind of majorly wrong, I'm one of these people, I just prefer to restart the stream and have a nice video that's uploaded afterwards rather than a video that's just full of fucking problems.
If I continue, then I'll fail
Hence
as
why
your
I've restarted
bodyguard.
this one. I know a lot of people would just carry on.
A bodyguard?
And it's
Well, they
probably
told me
something
to
that,
guard you.
with later streams, I'll probably
What?
learn, you know, nothing's going to run perfect.
Calm down.
But it wasn't just a minor issue.
If you don't live,
It was just,
it'll
it
be a
ended up being an
problem for
hour of,
us.
half the stream was just
What you mean?
20 minutes of the same stuff.
You still don't realize your role, do you? If Landi gets that mirror, no one can stop him.
Maybe if it was sort of 10-15 minutes, then fine, you know, but...
Hurry and find that mirror.
And I'm also one of these people, I don't like... I just think it looks untidy when you have to go back to the dashboard. I know that might sound weird to some people, but I just think it looks untidy. I think it looks much tidier if you stay in the game for the whole stream.
Landi-sama, the Phoenix Mirror?
Right, that was Chai, I think his name is. Yeah, it's also a confidence thing with me. May not show it, but I'm often like, should I do it this way? Should I do it that way? Should I have that? Should I have this? I can be very undecisive, very OCD and very indecisive at times.
Buxam. Yes? This was at the antique shop for me.
Even though I've only just sort of started out,
It's a sword handguard.
Yeah,
I have dabbled in it before,
it was my
but
father's. It's a
not
part
had
of
the
my
intro, not had the
inheritance.
outro, etc,
I
etc.
see.
I kind of wanted to make
Have
it
you
look
seen this
professional,
before?
even if
Like this design.
it's not an established channel. You know, it's not established. It's
It
not.
might
it's
be a
not,
family
I've been
crest.
doing it for years.
Have you asked Ine-san?
I kind of wanted
No,
to.
not yet.
I want to try and start as I
Well,
mean
you
to
should
go on.
ask her.
You're right.
I
And
think
hopefully over
she's
time
in the
things will
altar room.
improve, get better. I mean, nothing.
Thanks.
No venture ever goes 100% fault-free to start off with. Cheers, man. Thank you very much. I'm not one of these, you'll kind of find, I'm not one of these like shout at everything YouTubers. I've tried to keep the overlay, I wanted a overlay, but I've tried to keep it as minimalistic as possible so that it doesn't, I find a lot of streamers or a lot of YouTubers, they have like bits here, they have a bit over up there, they have a bit over here, over that side, they have bits everywhere. And you're basically, the game is like, you're like really, really small. It's pointless. So I've tried to keep it, I like a minimalistic look to things, but at the same time I like it to look nice. And I was saying in the last stream, there is the Sega Saturn that's been sitting in a cupboard all this time. It's something that I often forget in this game, that you have to, I was saying in the last stream, you have to look at things.
I'll go and consult Ine-san about this.
To activate things. And it's something I often overlook or forget. Sometimes I look at it straight away, other times I forget that I need to look at it and to activate it or access it, or sometimes you click X on it, sometimes you have to look on it, sometimes it's both. That would be cool. That would be good. I think I'm sort of used to things like Resident Evil, where you kind of just walk up to something and you click X and you pick it up, whereas this you kind of have to look on it, look at what you want to do, then press X. And I often overlook that and forget to do so. Where is Ine-san? I didn't see her in the kitchen. Ine-san, come out, wherever you are. Where are you? Nope, that's a hallway. Fortunately, I did remember the look function and started looking at some drawers in the house to find the key. Otherwise, we may have been here a little while. Although I think we're going to be here a while finding Ine-san, because I don't know where. There she is. Speak the devil.
This was at the antique shop.
A sword handguard.
Ine-san, do you know anything
I know
about
what it's
this?
for, but I need to talk to Ine-san before I can go
The
and do it.
snow ring, the 2 stars, and a sword. That's the Hazuki family crest.
Yes, potentially, yes, I will be, yeah.
And that mirror you're looking for, I wonder if there's a connection. Maybe your father left us a clue.
I think it either runs on the does it run on the Yakuza engine, or is it developed by the same team who did the Yakuza series? Or does it share some kind of like the fighting mechanics of the Yakuza series? I can't remember. Right, I know where I've got to go and use this. Snow ring, 2 stars, 1 sword, the Hazuki family crest. Right. Now you'll find it's often a battle I have with myself. I've got like an OCD person on this shoulder and a just get on with it, leave it alone on this shoulder. I always want things to be perfect, but then the other side of me, the other side is telling me that things aren't always going to be perfect, and to just roll with it. You gotta roll with it. I'm one of these people, like every time something goes wrong, my brain's telling me that I have to restart it. Because it's crap, because it's rubbish. Whereas the other side of me is telling me that it's alright, things go wrong, roll with it. Come on, I want to use it on this. I don't want to use the torch, I want to use that. There we go. I still haven't quite figured that out.
Yeah.
I think you have to look at the key, back out, press X, back out, and it just does it automatically.
This sword, it has...
The way he grabs that and holds it and puts it down, it just reminds me of the original old school Tomb Raiders. With the old block hands. Right, must remember, look at things.
Why is that here? What's this slot for?
It's for putting the sword in. Which we did in the last video.
Okay.
This is kind of where we got to in the last video, so technically we're kind of 20 minutes in to this video, or 20 minutes into the gameplay, minus the intro.
That
So
shape.
Technically
Why
we
is
lost
that
40
here?
minutes just to fucking the same shit in the last video. 20 minutes doing this, another 20 minutes trying to do it again. Both with cutscene issues. Come on.
What does it mean? That shape.
It means I need to put this thing in it. I think you might just have to press X and then back out. I could be looking at it for no reason whatsoever. I don't know.
Okay.
In we go.
Oh.
Open the door.
Wow. So it was a switch.
Going down. It looked like it just fell
I
off.
wonder where this leads.
It's a good job I bought that torch from the shop. Could it be? Flashlight. That's what I bought from the shop. It's a good job I did buy it. See, I know I needed it for something. I had a sixth sense at the beginning of the game that I needed this torch, so I bought it from the shop. And what do you know? It's come in handy. Rolls of wallpaper. And a chest with a phoenix mirror in it. There's a phoenix there. Let's have a look at the phoenix.
Even a starving eagle never steals.
Oh, it's an eagle,
like
sorry.
my father always said, never cheat, even during a struggle.
I thought it might be a phoenix, you know. Put two and two together. Phoenix mirror.
It says, all good deeds shall be rewarded. Did my father write it? Hachiri-san? Some kind of medicine? It looks pretty old. Maybe my father used it.
Maybe. This looks the same as where I got the key from. All the same sort of shaped box. A bit larger, but...
It's our family crest, a sake cup. Does this have something to do with my family?
Three keys. 3 keyholes there were. Comb.
It's beautiful. I wonder who used it.
Oh, okay. Cool. Cool. I must admit I don't know a lot about it. I've got the Yakuza games to play. Still, Yakuza 0 and what have you. I haven't bought Kiwami or Kiwami 2 yet. I've still got 0 to play.
I can still use it.
Too many games, not enough time for me. That's the problem.
It's a paperweight.
Okay.
Zodiac signs? These are also Chinese.
There's a feather.
What's this leaf doing here?
Leaf,
That's
rather.
strange. It's not even dry. Where's the mirror? Where would I hide it?
Where is the mirror? Okay, nothing in there then, clearly.
Something's inside? It says good luck. Some kind of amulet? What an unusual shape. It's probably not from Japan.
Yeah, 0 is something I will be playing on the stream at some point. To me, it is kind of a very modern Shenmue. In my opinion, it's a very similar style of game. Obviously, Yakuza mobs and what have you, but the kind of art style, obviously graphically, it looks better. But the art style, the way it plays, the interface, it's a very similar. Obviously, I know it's published by Sega, so it doesn't surprise me, but it is a very similar style of game. Most definitely. And it's a series I've never...
I can still use it. Now, just to light it. There's nothing else in here.
Ah, there's some matches upstairs, I remember now. Well, I remember from the last FOC
It's father when he
stream
was
that I
young.
did.
But who's that with him?
Looks like the chap out of Street Fighter.
What strange paper? It doesn't look Japanese at all. Where did father get this? What strange paper? It doesn't look Japanese at all. Where did father get this?
Can we have a look at this box, please? No? Okay. More of these perfumes? Medicines?
Elixir of Eternal Youth. I remember my father telling me about it being used by martial arts experts in China. Where did father get this?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was aware it was set in the 80s.
The stab armor? It looks like the name of a move.
It's pretty cool. It's all like 80s Yakuza, isn't it? I think. Well, obviously the titles.
I've never seen a
titles
weapon
Yakuza.
like this.
'80s Japanese mob style era.
I've never seen a weapon like this.
Looks like a fishing weight, that does. Ah, there's some matches there.
These are all dried out.
Okay, I'll have to go and get the box of matches from upstairs then. Hopefully they won't be dried out.
I can still use it.
Right, let's go and get these box of matches.
Maybe the electricity works. If I had a light bulb, it may just work.
I forgot to get the matches. I remember where they are from the last stream. But I forgot to pick them up. Ine-san in the kitchen? Yep. Let's have a quick chat with Ine-san.
Where are the candles and matches?
In the altar room.
Is that so?
There we go. She confirms it. I can't remember if that's this one or the other one. This one. Come on. No. I do find the looking around sometimes a bit dodgy. Can't always focus on exactly what you want to focus on. Candles. Right, got some matches. I think there's like several ways, isn't there, of completing certain tasks. There's more than one way of completing a task. I do like the fact that the load times are a lot quicker. Okay, it doesn't give you as much of a chance to read what's being what's on the screen at the time, but it doesn't half make it a lot easier to play. I was watching the Digital Foundry thing the other day, and the load times in the original were like kind of, I don't know, like 30 seconds each. Whee! He just falls off the ladder.
It must be down here.
It's funny. I love it.
I need light to go in.
Yeah, I had a torch. I just didn't put it on. I thought you had put it on automatically. It's running out of battery.
I can still use it.
Let's use it then. Let's go for it.
I can still use it.
Oh really? I was watching a digital foundry video yesterday, and the load time coming out of the Hazuki residence or out of the yard was about 30 seconds. It was really long.
I can still use it. What's that? Hey, it looks like a talisman. What could that talisman mean?
If I can get on it.
I wonder if it's a sign. It seems to be sealed. I wonder if it's a sign. It seems to be sealed. It's beautiful, but why is it here? There's nothing else in here.
Okay.
I'll try somewhere else.
Oh. Needs a candle. I thought there was another. I thought I was missing a candle. I thought there needed to be 4. You wouldn't pick up a candle for the sake of not needing to use it. 1 in each corner. Makes sense. Now that should be enough light. Now I just need to find the Phoenix mirror.
I'll try somewhere else.
Yeah, that we know about.
It's an axe. What's it doing here?
Smash something open.
I wonder if there are any clues here.
Well, there won't be if you put it back straight away, will there?
I wonder if there are any clues here.
Would seem not. Okay, so there's nothing else on that shelf.
Even a starving eagle never steals. Like my father always said, never cheat even during a struggle.
Never cheat.
I wonder if there are any clues here.
Nope, it's empty.
I can use it if I have a candle.
Candles run out. That's pretty cool.
They look pretty old. Did Father collect these? Or have these been here longer than that?
So that box you can't do anything with. What about in this pot? Can't look in that pot up there. I've looked in all of these. Ah, there was that feather, wasn't there? Nothing in there. I've looked through these already.
Something's inside?
Yeah, there's this kind of amulet pendant type thing.
It says good luck. Some kind of amulet? What an unusual shape. It's probably not from Japan.
That's just empty. I believe this is just empty as well. Bar a envelope at the back which you can't interact with.
It's brighter now. There's nothing else in here.
Nothing there. There's that comb which I looked at.
It's beautiful. I wonder who used it.
That's where the feather came from. That's the paperweight.
There's nothing else in here. It's a paperweight.
Doesn't let you interact or look with that anymore. That was our crest, family crest, china plate thing.
It's our family crest, a sake cup.
Sake cup, that was it.
Does this have something to do with my family? Where's the mirror?
I looked in there, it was a scroll, wasn't it? Yeah, I did get leaf.
It says,
yeah, I
all
have got
good
it.
deeds shall be rewarded. Did my father write it?
That was next on my list to look at. And go and talk to somebody about it, I think. It's got writing on the back of it.
I'll try somewhere else.
If I remember rightly, when I played this back in the day, I think I got stuck on this a little bit for a while. I could be wrong. I can't remember if it's something really simple or not. Let's go and talk. Quick up, swimming around. Yeah, I'll pass for the minute, Johnny. Cheers anyway. I'm one of these people, I like to work things out myself, no matter how long it takes, and I appreciate for some other people that may be boring. But I like to, I get a better sense of accomplishment that way, or achievement.
Where are the candles and matches?
In the altar room.
Okay.
Is that so?
So it's definitely something to do with down there. Let's have a look in this room. There's nothing behind there. I looked behind those before. It's one of those games that doesn't hold your hand at all, which I like. You know, Okay, you've got the fortune teller, which can give you clues, tips, but I like the fact that it doesn't hold your hand. I think a lot of modern games now hold your hand too much, tell you exactly where you're going, which in turn makes them shorter. Oh, well, she said the candles were in here too. I don't want to look at the koi carp. I could have sworn she said the candles are in here. Like, ah, you have to move it slightly. There you go. I wasn't quite on them last time then, clearly. Ah, hold on. I think I might have just had a light bulb moment. She'll find out in a minute. It's quite possible I haven't. Here we go. Whee!
It must be down here.
He just gets sucked down. Oh, I know it's down here. My flashlight is running low.
Where's the mirror? Gotta change the batteries.
So I've lit that candle.
Where would I hide it? The dragon mirror was buried under the cherry tree.
Infinite supply of candles. 4 candles. 4 candles. That's a dangerous place to put a candle. Right, I found that plaque on the side there. Nothing on that side. There's the eagle.
I can use the light if I put a bulb in. What strange paper? It doesn't look Japanese at all. Where did Father get this?
Got no matches. Just wanted to light the paper.
I'll try somewhere else. These scratches must be from the shells.
Ta-da! Knew it had to be something to do with down here. We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. It didn't take as long as I thought. 10 minutes. It's not bad going. Could have been worse. Could have been here an hour.
Huh? That wall. The color's slightly different. The batteries are dead.
Quick! Batteries are dead. Get the axe.
Can I break the wall with this axe?
Before all the candles run out.
Ha!
Other end, mate. Other end. There we
This
go.
is the Hazuki family crest.
We are getting somewhere.
This box. Got it.
Stab in the dark. Trophy earned.
It's the Phoenix
Does
mirror.
We have the Phoenix mirror. That sounds a bit like some of the stuff in Metal Gear Solid 3, where if you don't do things in a certain amount of time or come back at a certain time later, certain things happen.
Ryo-san, you found the mirror? So that's the Phoenix mirror? It's kinda creepy, eh?
I feel like it's pulling me in.
Here we go.
Ryo-san, stop it, please! You think it could be cursed?
No, I don't think it's cursed.
Huh?
I have a feeling about it, but I can't explain.
I get the impression we're missing a cutscene
See
here.
what I mean? That's dangerous! Are you possessed?
Let's hope it's not the start of things
Get
to
real,
come.
would you?
What? I'm serious!
Enough.
Because I'm not restarting
Give me
this
some
after an
time
hour
alone,
in.
okay?
Stay as it is.
Sure.
But if it does carry
I should
on,
take
I
this
might
mirror
end
to
this
Master Chin.
stream short and wait until they patch it. Because I get the impression I wasn't meant to be staring at some koi carp there. It just seems sometimes the camera's perspective or perspective in cutscenes just goes AWOL and focuses on something completely different. Right. Fingers crossed that's a one-off this time and doesn't continue, because if it does, then I shan't be playing this for a while, because I would like to see the cutscenes. That's kind of, well, that's a lot of the game, to be fair. Missing out on a lot of the visual side of things and the story side of things. Not that I'm always paying attention, but oh yeah, he said ring in advance, didn't he? Come on, find the number. I'm obviously missing a lot of clues, that's for sure. Father 9, Mother's Comrades. 046861. Oh 046861. Helps if I hold it, doesn't it? I didn't realise you could hold it. Well, so I didn't realise, I didn't know it went quicker. 564. Father 9, Mother Comrade. Father 9, Mother Comrade.
Hello?
Mother's Earth.
Comrades.
Father's Heaven.
No, it always seems to be
9
left and then right then.
dragons.
Warehouse number 8.
Master Chen, please.
Excuse me, but you are...
My name is Hazuki.
Just a moment. What is it?
Yeah, I found the mirror.
I'll tell my father. Come to warehouse number 8.
Sure.
We're on our way.
Ah, look at the time.
Oh yeah, curfew. Ah, okay. Fair enough. I don't think it would save much time, but that's cool to know. I quite enjoy dialing in the digits in a weird way. It's like when you play games like that involve work. You know, you sometimes sit there and play games that involve you going to work and doing things that you would in real life. You find them kind of in a weird way, quite enjoyable. More so than real life. Alright, save this. Oh, here we go. The cutscenes have once again gone fucked.
I have to be sure not to waste this.
Alright, I think I might be cutting this stream short if this carries on because I'm not potentially waiting for a patch. Sound effects not triggering here or there, fine, I can cope with that. But actual whole cutscenes, that's a big chunk of the game. Do I need to ring him again because it's another day? I'll make sure, just in case. I'll probably get there and I won't be able to see him anyway because the cutscene won't fucking load.
Hello?
Mother's Earth.
Comrades.
Father's Heaven.
9 dragons.
Warehouse number 8.
Master
I could be
Chen,
wrong, but
please.
as far as I'm aware, obviously you
My
need to
name
be
is
connected
Hazuki.
online to download the patch. But once you've downloaded the patch,
Yeah.
it's then saved onto your
What are you
system.
doing?
I understand.
If you need to talk, get over here now.
Sure.
And you don't need to be connected online for the patches to have effect, but you need to be connected online to download the patches. Obviously the issue then comes in when you, if you accidentally delete the patch, you then obviously have to reconnect online to download the patch. Or if you delete like your data, game data, rather than save data. Because obviously that patch will be included in the game data, in the storage of your PlayStation or Xbox, in the game data area. I've not explained that very well, but I'm sure you get the gist. So yes to download patches, no to play them. But if it accidentally gets deleted within your game data, then you need to be back online to re-download the patch. I think I've just missed that bus, haven't I? Half past. Hey you, jump the queue.
Excuse me.
Oh,
Get out of the way.
no. I got some stupid business to take care of. Come back some other time, will you?
Get to the back of the line. I've always found the skybox, as I said in the last not video before, really weird. It just the way it just rotates. Oh, hello, bus is here. Hopefully it brings along some cutscenes with it. Oh, or not. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, this is going well. Oh, Tom's moved. It's, well, I'm connected online. It's definitely not downloaded. Sorry, yeah, update. Yeah, I don't know,
Tom.
maybe I'll have to have a read up, but there's definitely not a patch
You're looking
available.
good.
I'm always
because it would have automatically downloaded
if you
otherwise.
ever need help,
I do
just
recall
ask
reading
me, okay?
somewhere that there was meant to be a day one patch, but I've not seen it. Ah, okay, I can play that there because there are sound effect issues as well. Back to the day of tape cassettes. Oh dear. To be fair, as much as I could play the game, you know, and...
Hey, wait!
Oh, I've got to come back at night, haven't I?
Excuse me, I need to meet Master Chen.
What's your name?
Ryo Hazuki.
Oh, why not?
I've been expecting you,
Oh,
sir.
that's okay then. I thought I had to come back at
Please,
night.
Go on in.
That's okay. I could carry on playing the game and have a look and see all the broken cutscenes in all their glorious brokenness. But I think I would rather wait for a patch. I've completely forgotten where warehouse number 8 is. Where are we? Number 1. Yeah, I was mashing the button a little bit there. Mashing the button. There it is. Yeah, as much as I love broken cutscenes, and it's quite funny seeing graphics from a different angle.
Yes.
If it carries on, which I think it has, and I think we're going to call it for this stream.
Why did Landy only steal the dragon mirror?
See, this shouldn't be black. Shouldn't be a black screen here. I had that in the last stream as well.
Both of them.
2 mirrors.
There should be characters moving about here.
A long time ago, Zhu Yuanda once told me.
Well, there should be a cutscene basically.
When the dragon and the phoenix meet, the gates of heaven and earth will open, and Qi Yu will resurrect itself on earth.
Qi Yu?
It's a legendary Chinese monster that will devour this world of ours. It appears Lan Di will try to make use of both mirrors.
What will he try?
That even
I'm sure if I closed the
know,
application and restarted it, it would function.
Him to get that mirror. Be careful.
We shall try it. If it does, it's a bit of an odd issue. It's kind of only crept in now. I mean, I've done... What's this, episode 4? I've done 3 episodes, so 6 hours. With no, well, minor sound effect issues here and there. But that's not... I can live with that. And this issue's not cropped up. It's only cropped up... This is technically back on the Dreamcast days. When you get to the harbour, it's the second disc. I think you put the second disc in. No, this is a physical copy. Physical only for me. Physical all the way. I'm not a digital fan. Yeah, so technically back in the Dreamcast days, this I believe would have been the second disc. So it seems to be, obviously I know this is all on one disc, but it seems to be when you've got to the section that is classed as, or was, the second disc, I've now got all these cutscene issues. And I'm just going to, out of curiosity, reload it and see whether I have these issues again. So let's see now if I go to sleep. I bet you I won't have the issue. No, see, it's fixed itself. It seems to just be a... I don't know, it seems to crop up after a little while. It's like after a certain time something occurs and it then stops rendering cutscenes correctly.
Today's allowance.
Because on the stream before this, that's what occurred. It was fine for 20 minutes or so, and then... well, I don't even think it was 20 minutes actually. And then it started rendering cutscenes incorrectly. And again, this... I mean, well, this has gone a bit longer to be fair. This is an hour in, and now it's stopped rendering cutscenes correctly. And a restart of the application, or of the game, has fixed it. It could potentially as well just be, I mean, I don't know what they were playing on when they got up to the motorbike section, but whether it's just a PlayStation issue or just a PS4 Pro issue. I don't know whether they were playing on PC or the Xbox. I mean, I've known there to be issues with just the PS4 Pro rather than the PS4 Slim or Standard. And again, I've known there to be issues with games just on individual formats. I don't know why, but just stood there looking at this just makes me, for whatever reason, want an Echo the Dolphin remaster. Remaster. Technically, this is a remaster, not a remake. Now, I've just looking at your comment about the physical. I forgot to respond to that. I'm going to be in the minority here, but I've always said if it goes completely digital only, that's me out of gaming. That's me done, gone. Because part of the hobby for me is collecting it. Part of the hobby for me is collecting the games, having the physical games, cases, and everything else on the shelf. I mean, like, I wish they'd bring back instruction manuals, but yeah, that's part of the actual hobby of gaming, as well as playing them, is collecting them, viewing them on the shelf, having physical boxes, covers, cases, etc., etc. So again, a restart has fixed the issue. I didn't realise you could actually, well, I say I didn't realise. I always thought you had to go back to the Hazuki residence to save it. Clearly not. Right, well, I'm going to save it here. And, yes, I could play on, I could carry on playing it and restart the application every so often, so on and so forth, etc. I don't particularly want to be doing that. One, it's not the most enjoyable thing to keep having to restart it every time a cutscene fucks up, or having to re-go back. Two, if you haven't saved it, that cutscene, you've missed it. Or if you haven't saved, but you haven't missed it, you go back to the last. You'd have to go back to the last save. Sorry. You would never miss a cutscene. That was just bullshit. I don't know why I said that. I didn't. That wasn't what I meant. You'd never miss a cutscene because you just go back to your last save. But depending on when your last save is, you may lose quite a bit and have to redo quite a bit. I also just think it makes for messy videos, having to keep going back to the dashboard, back to the game, back to the dashboard, back to the game, however many times it decides it wants to not display cutscenes correctly. So, as much as I'd love to carry on playing this, I think I'm going to wait for I'll see if there's a patch that comes up later on this week sometime. I'll have a read up tonight. It's a shame because I was enjoying that, but I don't particularly want to be having to restart the application every time, go back to my last save, redo this, redo that, etc, etc, as much as I like it. Well, digital copies are only when you buy a digital copy, you're only technically buying a license to play that game. You're not buying the game. I mean, even when you buy the game, you technically don't own the game. You technically own the rights to play that game, because not all the rights transfer to you. I.e., when you try and stream music online or well-known music online, you'll get a copyright. You know, those rights don't transfer to you to then stream it. But yeah, digital copies. What I don't like about digital is there's no kind of like licensed trade-in system. So if you buy something, you're stuck with it. If your hard drive crashes, you can go and re-download it from your account settings. You can go and re-download the game. The issue is with a lot of kind of, I suppose, digital online stuff, if they decide that they want to close down or shut down the servers and you haven't got a copy of it, or you haven't downloaded it, or sorry, you'll still have access to that via your account settings. Sorry, so that's a bit misinformation there. But for online services and stuff like that, you can't access it. And there's a lot of games, unless they're patched, it's like you have to play them online. They require a constant internet connection or a constant online connection. I think this is why everybody's, well, at the minute, I think this is why a few people have kind of been moaning about the, say moaning, rightly so I suppose, about the Spyro collection. First game is on the disc, from what I've heard. The second and third game, you have to download them. So if you, for all intents and purposes, remove those games, or they decide to revoke access to them, or the server, or you haven't downloaded them, or what have you, or you buy the game late, for instance, and they decide that whatever server they're hosted on, it's not viable running it anymore, you can't download 2 and 3. But that's all still a bit up in the arms. It's not rumours, it has been confirmed that 2 and 3 require an internet download, but to what extent, that's not been confirmed. I read up on a forum as well somewhere about boxes and stuff. Someone buys the games, they buy physical games, and they then throw out the boxes and manuals and just keep the disc, and I was like, what? That literally just made me like cry inside. I cringed. I was like, no, you can't do that. No. I cringe when somebody rips a box open. Like if you buy a PlayStation, they just tear the box open. It's like, no, don't. You can't do that. Don't do that. No. Anyway, I'm running around aimlessly. I have saved this, but I'll save it again. I'll do a bit of research tonight, see if it's an issue that just I'm encountering or other people have been encountering. Failing that, if it is an issue across the board that other people have been encountering, I may be waiting for a patch for this, because I don't particularly want to keep restarting and closing applications and restarting streams and stuff. It just looks untidy, messy, and I want to be able to play it, get a nice 2-hour video out of it, enjoy it, not miss out on cutscenes, and not have to keep, well, in the politest possible way, pissing about with it. So yeah, cheers for joining, Johnny. I will be back on later on. I think I'll be back on about 9 o'clock, say 8:30, 9 o'clock. me and a friend of mine, good friend of mine, will be playing. We'll be continuing on with Halo. We started the Halo Anniversary Edition, so we'll be finishing off. I think we've got the last 3 levels of that to do. So if you are around and at a loose end, feel free to join in. It's been nice talking to you. Adios. Apologies. Both these streams have been a bit of a shitstorm. Okay, I've restarted them both times because I want a, as I call it, a perfect stream or a nice stream for people to watch afterwards, or a nice video to be uploaded up afterwards. But the fault of Shenmue is not mine, so that cannot be blamed on me. But apologies for that. Thank you all for watching. I will see you later on, and we will play Halo. Adios. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and I will see you later. Bye for now.